Let's take a look at this example. We are going to have highs this time in following cells: 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Many students are confused from where they're supposed to start. Always remember that the easiest way to do it is to find the groups with the biggest amount of ones first, okay? So I can have the group of 4 if I'm going to combine these two highs with these two. Remember, Karnaugh map is like a piece of paper which you can fold, and you can put this side next to, right side next to the left side, and you are going to have these two ones next to these. That's why I'm going to recognize these 4 as one group. Next, I have group of these two ones and group of these two ones. Together I have 3 groups. Make sure that first you are going to group many highs as is possible. Next, let's talk about the biggest group first. The group of these 4 ones is placed in 2 columns and 2 rows. On the side of these 2 rows, I have complements. We said that anytime we have complements, we are going to ignore them. These 4 highs are placed also in 2 columns, 2 rows and 2 columns. The common variable for these 2 columns is A0. We said we are going to ignore complements. B and B0 are complements, we ignore them. Simply we are going to copy down A0 only. A0. We are finished with this group. Next, you're supposed to keep in mind that you can use any one many times as you need. So that's why I use this one twice and this one twice, like before also. This group is placed in 1 row and 2 columns. When we have group placed in 1 row, we simply copy down everything, whatever is on the side of that particular row. I'm going to copy down C. And I have to look what I have above this group. This group is placed in 2 columns, and the common variable for these 2 columns is B0. That's why I'm going to write B0. And I'm finished with this group. Next group, this one, is placed in 1 row. Remember, anytime we have just 1 row, don't think too long. Just copy down everything, whatever is next to this row. When I have just 1 row, plus C0. Because this group is placed in 2 columns, I have to look above and see what is the common variable for these 2 columns. For these 2 columns, common variable is B. That's why I'm going to write over here B. Is it simplest form of my answer? Not really, because I want to make sure that my circuit is going to contain the lowest amount of gates, okay? So this is not the lowest form. Please take a look with CB0 or C0B. This is nothing else, just exclusive OR. That's why I'm going to rewrite this as A0 OR, and I have exclusive C exclusive OR B. And I can say this is the simplest form of my answer, and next I'm going to implement it. This is nothing else, just inverter ORed with exclusive OR gate. And I have inputs C and B. And this is my A. These are the solutions to my problem. Let's take a look at this example. We are going to have highs in following cells 0, 1, 5, and 7. Let's take a look how many groups we are going to have. 1, 2. We are going to have 2 groups. Some people try to make the third one. Never do this, okay? Anytime you used all highs, you don't supposed to create extra groups with the highs which are already being grouped. Okay, so don't make that kind of mistake, because I saw many times that people try to make the third group. No, anytime you used all highs, you don't have to create extra groups. So the first group, you can start from either one, is placed in 1 row and 2 columns. Remember, anytime we have group placed in 1 row, you don't think too long, just copy down whatever is next to this group. So I have simply C0, and this group is also placed in 2 columns. Check what variable is common for these 2 columns. For these 2 columns, common variable is B0. That's why I'm going to write over here B0. I'm finished with this group. Let's take a look at another one. Another one is placed again in 1 row. Remember, anytime we have 1 row, we simply copy down whatever is next to this row. So I simply write C. And the common variable for these 2 columns is A. That's why I'm going to write A. This is my Boolean expression for this function. Check, can we factorize something? Not really. Can we convert this to exclusives? Not really. So simply we're supposed to implement it. I'm going to have 2 AND gates with inverter C, and input B also goes with inverter, and I have another AND gate with input C and input A. Both of them are ORed together. These are the solutions to my problem.